Hey guys, Master here, and today I shall be reviewing this, the brand new Google Nexus 7. So, is it worth your $300 plus? Let's find out, shall we? So, what comes in the box is your Google Nexus 7, your USB cable, and your wall wart. That's everything that's in the box. Let's have a quick rundown of the specs. We have a 7-inch 1080p panel up front, Snapdragon S4 Pro clocked at 1.5 GHz, Adreno 320 graphics, 16 gigabytes of internal storage, 2 gigs of RAM, a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, and a 5 megapixel back-facing camera. For the build quality of this thing is really impressive. It's really slim, really light, it feels solid, and it's not cheap, even though it has a black back panel made of plastic. The front is, I believe, Gorilla Glass. I'm not really too sure about that. You're free to correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong. The screen is fantastic. The buttons have a nice feel to them. The speakers, this has two speakers, one on the bottom and one at the top. Stereo speakers, so that when it's in the landscape orientation, see? It fires sound from both sides, which gives the stereo effect. The speakers are not the best quality, but they are pretty good. Now let's talk about the software of the thing. As for the software, I don't have anything to say other than it's stock Android 4.4 KitKat. So take of that what you will. Some love it, some hate it. And as forgot to say, as you can see there's a little indicator light on the bottom of the tablet itself. As for the front-facing camera and back-facing camera, these are just in the good enough range. Sure, you'll look stupid when you're taking pictures on a tablet, like everyone who takes pictures on a tablet, they just look stupid. But they are pretty serviceable. The back one is a 5 megapixel shooter, the front one is a 2 megapixel shooter, or 1.9 I believe. Both of them are capable of 1080p video, and it's pretty good. The video is pretty good. The microphone on it is pretty good. Not the best, not the worst that I've ever heard. It's definitely serviceable. As for the screen, it's a beautiful 1920 by 1080 panel. It has a very high pixel density. The colors are rich and vibrant. The colors pop. I really do mean they pop. Not as much as an AMOLED display, but they still do pop. It's very sharp. You can barely see the pixels. And it just turned off right there. As you can see, the color reproduction is amazing. Not the best color reproduction in the world, but also definitely not the worst. And also, it has enough power to push all of these pixels, since it's rocking the Adreno 320 graphics. It also has, of course, as I said earlier, the S4 Pro CPU, which is not the latest and greatest, but it's still a plenty powerful CPU for what you're getting. So is this tablet worth your $300 plus? The short answer is yes. It's an amazing value for what you're getting. You're getting 16 gigabytes of storage, the vanilla version of Android, which I think looks fantastic. And it's also a Nexus device, which means you'll be getting the latest updates from Google almost immediately, or as soon as Google pushes them. So for $300, 300 plus, depends on where you're shopping. I find the newer ones, for $300 if you really look around, but I think they're about $350. Yeah, this is a 16 gigabyte model, as I said earlier. It's plenty fast. The S4 Pro is plenty enough for this. I mean, what else could Google do to make it better? Make it have rocket launchers and a jetpack? Again, this is just your average user review. The browser's fine, Chrome's fine. I'm not gonna reiterate anything that lots of the bigger reviewers have already said. Like, the browser's fine, the video playback's fine, the music playback's fine. The speakers are actually really nice because they're on both sides, but they are on the back, unlike the HTC one, which has them on the front. So, I'm sorry about the pling. So for the price, this really can't be beat. Even the iPad Mini 2, I can't recommend this enough. This is just a fantastic value for your dollar. So as always, this is Mushy Master Reviews, signing off.